Hi everyone. In today's video, we are going to be looking at 3 different ways of saying that someone is smart. The 3 words that we are going to be looking at are savant, erudite, and perspicacious. Let's get started. The first of our words is savant. Savant is a noun that refers to a person who is well learned or knowledgeable or talented specifically in a particular field. So if someone has a wide variety of fields that they have knowledge in, or just general knowledge, you would not necessarily refer to them as savant. Someone who is a specialist in their field and who is probably at the top of their field is going to be more likely referred to as savant. Let's see an example sentence using the word. Leslie, a mathematical savant, could solve complex equations mentally at lightning speed. So Leslie has specialist knowledge. She is especially talented when it comes to mathematics. In such a case, we use this word. This talent that a person who we refer to as savant has could be learned through education or could also be a natural born talent that they have or a gift that they have. It doesn't have to be a field that you learn or study at school. It doesn't mean they have to have a PhD at it. It just means that they're very good at it. The second word we're going to learn, slightly different, is erudite. Erudite, unlike savant, specifically refers to someone who is scholarly and has learned, again, has depth of knowledge in a special field, but is not used to refer to someone who is naturally talented. This specifically is used to refer to someone who has learned a lot about their subject and has built expertise in it. Erudite in an example sentence. Professor Andrews was an erudite scholar of medieval literature, expertly analyzing historical texts and broader social themes. So Andrews was not naturally talented necessarily in literature, but someone who built that knowledge through their experience, through their learning in that specific field. So then a form of speech is a difference between erudite and savant. Savant as a noun refers to the person, erudite is a quality. The usage is also slightly different. Someone who has learned and built expertise through study can be referred to using either word. However, erudite cannot be used to refer to someone who is naturally talented. The third and final word for today's discussion is perspicacious. Perspicacious is also an adjective. Now this refers to someone who has a lot of insight into a subject and has a shrewd judgment of things. Sort of like a detective putting clues together, someone who is perspicacious has good judgment, has good instinct that they have built about a subject. You don't need to be an erudite scholar for you to be perspicacious. This perspicacious is more about judging things and picking up on social cues and on other instinctive information. In an example sentence, Sarah's perspicacious nature allowed her to detect subtle shifts in her opponent's body language during business negotiations. So Sarah has a particular innate skill, which is when you will use perspicacious to pick up on certain cues. One more sort of hopefully relevant example for you to understand the differences across savant, erudite, and perspicacious. If you are a fan of the show Young Sheldon, there are the 3 siblings, Sheldon and his siblings. Sheldon is the person who you will refer to as erudite. Has a lot of scholarly learned knowledge in physics, so has a special field, but also has a little bit of interest in learning about a variety of different things. So Sheldon has book smarts and has built his knowledge by learning. His sister Missy is someone who you would refer to as perspicacious because the show portrays Missy as someone who is very adept at picking up on social cues and behavioral changes much better than her brothers do. She is very good at catching on what people are hinting, when people are fighting, and what social and behavioral changes are happening in their family dynamics. In one of the episodes, Georgie Jr., the elder brother, is portrayed as having a very natural skill when it comes to fixing tires. He can spot where the tire has a problem, he can come up with patch solutions. It seems to be an inborn talent that he has, as much as he has a talent for being a salesperson. He's very savvy when it comes to making marketing and sales decisions. He doesn't necessarily have learned knowledge in any other fields, but when it comes to becoming a salesman, when it comes to fixing tires, Georgie would be a savant. I hope this parallel example helps you sort of relate to the three words. I also have a practice question for you. So this is a sentence equivalence question as demonstrated by the 6 answer options that you have. We talked about book smarts and learning and being scholarly in the words that we discussed. This example, the correct answers are also about being smart, but about being skilled rather than smart with your hands. These are words that you will use for people who are very crafty and are good at creating things, as is this watchmaker with his fingers. Please solve this question, post your answers in the chat, in the comments, and we will keep this learning and discussion going.